This video is not intended for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Humanity, look how far you've fallen.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and fury of anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Golago 13, Keely Chow, Roll Tide, Keely, Roll Tide, Sagadorf 9. Good morning to Lady Miss Pat Steven Seagal, ate a bucket of Crisco. Good morning, Mark B. Infinitely. Good morning to the other Bash brother, Chris Persia. Good morning, Jester of Sin, the Lady Mist. Good morning, Lady Mist. Our guardian of the void is here. Arwen Avalon, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are having a great Fridays. Pat Stevens like, what the fuck, dude? Well, you're the one who put Crisco core in your name. So I just couldn't help myself, brother. We love you. Project Storytime, good morning. Larry, good morning. Good morning, Nearsighted Cyclops. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, I hope you're having a great Friday. And big hello to my panel this morning, Purple Valkyrie and Dave Bob. We may be getting another guest in here in a little bit. I'm not sure about that now, but how are y'all this morning?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you. Doing well.
Good Friday morning, everyone. I'm doing very well.
Oh, yes. Hell yes. Pat S., good morning. Good morning, everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Let's talk great animated movies of the 80s and the 90s. Where would you guys like to begin?
Oh, may I?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to jump right in with one that is still a guilty pleasure and one of my most vivid films that I can remember from seeing in the cinema as a child, Land Before Time. Classic Don Bluth film. Really, really simple story, but beautifully animated, and I still love this film to this day. I watched it a few weeks ago, in fact. That's how much I love this film.
Heck yes, and a big welcome to Speaker of the Dead. How are you doing, brother?
Good. How are you doing? Sorry I'm late.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. Oh yeah, we were just starting off with Land Before Time, one of Purple's favorites.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one.
One of the many Don Bluth films that challenged Disney.
Yes. But in the 80s, that was pretty much their only real big competition, wasn't it? Until Disney made it so that he wasn't a competition anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he used to work for Disney.
What was the little duck? Was it Ducky?
Ducky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved him.
yeah.
I think he was my favorite character.
I have such a vivid memory of that film, and even more so because when we finished, I thought it was like a tape, like on the VCR. I was waiting for them to press play again so I could watch it again. And the second we went to Pizza Hut after, and they were running a promotion, and you had these little plastic hand puppets of the characters, and I got 2 of those, and I still own those to this day as well.
See, I suck at hanging on to stuff like that. I had all kinds of stuff when I was a kid, and now I'm just like, well, I guess that's gone.
Most of this, you got to remember this. My kids collected it, so if there's anything, they've got all of it. I guess one of my favorites from the 80s and the 90s was the Iron Giant. That was one of my favorites.
Yes.
Yes, that is such a good film.
Yeah.
Yes, directed by Brad Bird, if I remember correctly. He went on to work in Pixar.
Yeah, he did The Incredibles.
Yes, he did. I love that film. I love the animation style. And I didn't even know for the longest time that it was based on a book.
Well, there's a lot of the stuff based on books. I mean, that you wouldn't actually think, came from there.
Well, and they had a really great vocal cast for that too. They had Jennifer Aniston. They had Harry Connick Jr., who's a singer. I mean, I really liked the vocal cast that they had for that film. I mean, and then Vin Diesel as the Iron Giant.
Oh,
so,
Yes, which I didn't know that was him either.
Yeah.
Really? Was that Vin Diesel as
That
the
was
Iron Giant?
Yeah, Vin Diesel. He did the Iron Giant and Groot.
I think he's being facetious.
No, he seriously. If you go look up the credits, it was Vin Diesel that did that voice.
Oh yeah, I know. I think Loki was just kind of pulling his leg. He knew.
No, really, no, I didn't. I had no fucking idea that was Vin Diesel.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
No, I had no idea. That's crazy. That is crazy because I always thought the first thing I ever saw him in was Pitch Black. So I didn't know idea he did the voice for that. I really didn't.
Like I said, it's such an odd vocal cast, but it just really worked for that film.
I think even Cloris Leachman was in it.
Yeah. I can't remember who else was in that. Who else? I mean, there was a lot of secondary cast. I think one of the guys that was from KRP radio in Cincinnati. I think he was one of the boat fisherman voices. But yeah, I love that film. My son and I watched the crap out of that when he was little. That and The Rocketeer. So
yeah. Really quick, a $5 super chat from Psychodorf 9. My conscience, don't know if I like it. My Boat, Appleseed, and Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh, Appleseed is good.
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you, Psychodorf 9, for that $5 super chat.
Wait, did you say his name correctly?
Psychodorf!
Poor Loki's gonna have no voice left.
Every time I see that name pop up, my throat starts hurting.
Yeah.
Psychodorf 9! I need to just have that on tap on my dashboard here.
We need a soundbite.
Nobody will ever know. Nobody ever know he's not doing it live.
Until the button gets stuck and it just keeps on looping.
Movies, Mexican Iron Man. Mexican Iron Man throws in the $9.99 super chat and says best animation was animated series for Batman and Superman. Mic drop, debate over, cue salsa dance music. Except we're not talking about series. We're talking about movies, but we'll throw that in as a bonus, Mexican Iron Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's another great nannies one that old Cameron kind of ripped off for his Avatar series, Fern Gully.
Oh, Fern Gully. Yes. Love Fern Gully.
Batty, I am Batty. Yes. Robin Williams is Bate.
Yes, and Tim Curry as Hex.
Yes.
I love Tim Curry.
Every time you
Oh,
hear
yeah.
him in something, it's just like, oh yes.
Tim Curry, he make that guy right there. He just something else.
And that had quite a big cast as well, because at the time, Christian Slater was a big, or supposedly on the verge of being a big actor, and he voiced one of the characters as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
so.
He did. He was the boy sprite or whatever to her. Yeah.
The one that got friend zoned.
The one that got friend zoned, yes. What do you guys think about
I
the
thought that was
secret of-
Christian Slater that did the voice for that.
for Batty or for the boy
Or
the
for
friend
the
zone?
for the friend
Yeah,
friend
that's
zone.
Christian. That's what he.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you said Christian Bale. I'm like, wait a
No,
minute, did I
no.
look at that wrong? Okay, sorry, that was my bad. too many Christians. I apologize.
On the Day Outlaw, Ghost in the Shell, and Macros Plus. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, Ghost in the Shell.
That was another one I was going to bring up. Ghost in the Shell.
One of my all big time favorites from back then is Secret of Nim. I love the Rats
Yeah.
of Nim. The animation, especially like the electricity, you see so much like electricity and stuff in that movie because it's the rats in the rose bush are getting electricity from the farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And there were scenes that were really dark and almost scary that had this like electricity, this electric thing go through it. And the way they did it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
It really was, and like you say, that was quite a dark film. I mean, considering it came out, I think it was 1982. The electricity scenes were frightening, and the owl was
Yeah,
intense.
the
Yeah.
owl.
The Great Owl.
I love the guy that got to voice him. He was so just dark and ominous, but he did just such a good job. And I was just about to say that same film because I've watched that one alone. That one and Watership Down. I don't know if you guys ever watched those.
Yes.
Very, very dark animated films. I'm like, wow.
I would add Plague Dogs as well to that list if you're going to go dark.
Steven Seagal with a $2 Canadian super chat asked, "Does Who Framed Roger Rabbit count?" Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, definitely. Oh, and Lady Mist, Vampire Hunter D. Yes.
Yeah. Cool World.
Cool World. Yes.
Cool World.
Mm-hmm. Heavy Metal.
Yes. That was one I was thinking of too, was Heavy Metal.
And
I didn't see that
Larry.
until I was quite a bit older, but yeah, I liked that one.
And Larry just brought that up with the $2 super chat. Akira, Heavy Metal, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, one thing I do know about Heavy Metal, you've got, God, who's the guy? John Candy. John Candy in that without a credited role.
Really? Which one was he?
It was the second one, the young kid that gets sucked into the alternate universe, like the Twilight Zone, and it becomes all big, and he's like, "I'm huge." And look at my dork; it's massive. Yeah, that's John Candy. Yeah, and he's not credited. He's not credited in the movie. But 2 seconds, and you're like, "Holy shit, it's John Candy."
Yeah, that's funny. I forgot about that, but yeah, he is in that.
Oh, never
Never
look at
knew it
that
was
film
him.
the same way.
I never knew it was him.
Yeah, because he's the one that's talking about his dork. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm huge," and oh, look at my dork, it's huge too. And you're like, "Holy shit!" Did he do this? Did he do this on spec? Did he just do it? Harold Ramis was in it as well. I did not know that.
That is awesome. I had no idea.
No, it was Titan AE in 2000.
I don't remember.
That's a fantastic movie.
Yes.
I really like it. Whether or not it's in the 80s or 90s, I'm with the Dega on that one. That was just amazing.
Yeah, that film doesn't get enough love.
Oh, one that'll pull at your heartstrings. All dogs go to heaven.
Yes.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
As a cartoon dog, I never saw that one coming. but I mean, he really did a good job in that.
Yeah.
Plays just kind of a sleazy dog character. I'm just like, wow, he pulled that off pretty good. Except the dog didn't have a customary mustache. That was the only thing that was missing from that film.
Mexican Iron Man brings up Mask of the Phantasm.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Love that film. And
Man,
again,
there are so many.
dark.
So many.
And the soundtrack to that was so good. I
And the
love
one
the
you talked
soundtrack.
about a couple weeks ago, the Transformers movie, was during this film
Yes.
or during this period.
Yep. 86 or whatever.
Yep,
Mhm.
86. The Last Unicorn. I love that film. Oh my god. I know it's a really girly film, but I love the animation style, and I've even got the book.
Yep. A Bug's Life.
A Bug's Life. Holy shit. I haven't thought about that in forever. Go13 with $2 super chat says, in retrospect, the anime from the 80s and 90s was lit. Another
Hell
one.
yes.
Another one. I don't know if I can do this or not. Was Rock-a-Doo-Doo. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. My voice breaks, but Rock-a-Doo-Doo. Yes. God, the Elvis rooster.
Yes.
Wasn't Quest for Camelot during this time? Like, it was a 90s film, wasn't it?
That was 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
That was
Excellent.
another one that I didn't think got the recognition that it deserved. I thought it was a funny movie, especially with the dragon with two heads.
Yes.
I mean, I can't remember who's one of the Monty Python cast played one of the voices, and not Dom DeLuise, but Don Rickles played the voice of the other one. So those guys were fantastic in that.
Soul Assassin brings up the Page Master.
Oh, I remember the
Remember
Page
that
Master. Yes, I do. That was part. It started off live action and then went into animation.
Yep.
That was a great film. That had was it Christopher Lloyd in? I think, and Whoopi Goldberg and
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, yeah, and Patrick Stewart.
Oh, now I got to go watch it. There's a whole bunch of people in there. I
There's
didn't
a
know.
whole bunch of people in that. Yeah.
That was one I missed, apparently, somewhere along the line.
Fat Steven brings up Black Cauldron. Yes, it's one of those Disney movies like you were talking about, Brian, that just did not get any, it didn't get any really fan service or anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was just kind of there and then gone.
Yeah.
And the intro was done by the same guy that did the voice of Gandalf for the Hobbit animated movie, which was in the 70s. But John Huston did the intro for that, where he tells the backstory of how the cauldron came to be. And I love that part in the movie just because he's doing the vocal work for it.
Yes, it's got John Hurt as the Horned King as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I think that film was one of those ones that Disney wanted to kind of distance themselves from because it was really dark. And I think they kind of were a little bit embarrassed about it, but I love that film.
Yeah. The only character I didn't like was the little, he's kind of the annoying character he's the Jar Jar Binks of it.
Googie.
It's always like, yeah, Googie, munchies and crunchies. I was just like, please somebody shoot that character. I'm like, this would be an awesome film and we could just get rid of him. Sorry.
All right, now you can't go without bringing up Space Jam.
Oh, yeah.
I believe I can fly.
I'm a Daffy Duck fan. He's my favorite. He's the background on my phone, so I loved him in that. But I loved Daffy Duck before he became just a foil for Bugs Bunny.
Yes. Doug Dodgers in the 24th and a half.
24th and a half.
Yeah. Century.
When he plays Robin Hood and Porky Pig plays Friar Tuck, and he keeps running into the tree, and he's like, "Hark and away!" And he keeps falling into trees, That's my
Yeah.
favorite cartoon, like of all time. I can
It's
watch that
about
one
12
for hours.
trees on the way down.
Ah. Sorry, I got off on Looney Tunes there but
Hey, Looney Tunes is one thing I do know.
Oh, love Looney Tunes.
Yes.
Well, and My Neighbor Totoro was done it was in '88, so
Still on Looney Tunes. Did y'all ever have any Six Flags or anything like that?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Standing in line. Okay, so you get to Six Flags, you get to Astroworld. I went to Astroworld because I was in Houston, but you'd be standing in line for the rides, and they would have the Looney Tunes movies playing on TVs as you're standing in line for your ride, so you could watch the Looney Tunes while you were waiting to get on your amusement park ride.
Yep.
but won't
I
that
used to
inspire
love-
violence in the children? All those guns, Yosemite Sam. And,
I used to
Sorry.
love Six
Sorry.
Flags because of the Batman shows they'd put on, you know. The live action Batman stuff.
Oh, that sounds cool. I've heard of Six Flags, but I've never been to one. But that sounds pretty awesome.
I've never been close enough to one. Living in Idaho, I mean, it's pretty. It's a long way to a Six Flags.
Yes, Soul Assassin, the Six Flags Coke can discount. Yes.
Is that the real Coke that's made with the syrup? That really strong stuff.
Well, I can remember that. When I was a kid, they still had soda fountains.
Did you guys
would have
ever
one.
watch The Flight of Dragons?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Yeah.
love that movie. I love that. That's another Arthur Rankin and Bass production one. But James Earl Jones, John Ritter. I mean, there was some awesome vocal work in that film.
Well, they had a bunch of the Disney stuff, you know, films back then, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had all kinds of stuff. I remember, what Goofy movie and
I love that movie.
So do I.
I'm sorry. When the camper pulls up and it pops out and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I love that. I'm just like, that is so American. I love the swimming pool, bowling alley. You know, I loved it. It was awesome.
I had to I went in for the driver safety shit to get a discount on my insurance, and the teacher was like, "All right, we're gonna watch a road safety movie," and I'm like, "Oh my god, here it comes! Blood on the highway, you know, innocent walking victim, or some shit like that." No, they put on the Mr. Wheeler Goofy movie thing. An innocent man transforms into Mr. Wheeler. And I'm like, holy shit, the safety movie for today is the Goofy Mr. Wheeler video.
I love that phase of Disney animation where they were doing a lot of those shorts like that.
Yes.
And they did the bear that goes around picking up garbage. And he's fishing when he's not supposed to. And he's always getting in trouble with the park ranger. It's kind of like Disney's version of Yogi Bear. I don't know if you guys remember that. Oh my gosh, those were funny.
Good one, Yogi.
Hey, boo-boo, let me get up, picking the basket.
oh shit!
Okay, that I didn't see coming.
I didn't either.
Well done.
Yeah, that was very well done. It sounded just like it.
God, that's the only two I can't. I might be able to do the Panther exit stage left. God, I love those. The Yogi Bear Christmas.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo.
That was Mel Blanc doing all those voices, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mel Blanc, he had 1,000 voices. I mean, jeez.
exit stage lefty fun. I mean, I love the the lisp and stuff that they'd give Carrie. I mean, it made me laugh.
That's amazing.
Oh, DuckTales the movie, The Treasure
Yes!
of the Last Lamp.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Treasure, yes, The Last Lamp, yes. God.
And that was another
seen
one.
that one.
Christopher Lloyd plays the bad guy in that one.
He liked doing that.
Yeah.
Liked doing that. I always liked how he liked playing the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
No one remembers him in Star Trek 3, I tell you what.
Oh, see, he's
Captain
one of my favorite
Creed.
all-time Klingons.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Feed my
Shoots
dog.
Yeah, he shoots the guy for firing wrong.
Yep.
Calls him an animal.
Feed my dog. That guy's
Yeah.
like, no.
Oh, crap.
Had just about enough of you.
Give me Genesis. Yes.
Boy, we got sidetracked in our.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't talk about Christopher Lloyd without just going. I was just thinking about him this morning in Back to the Future when he's explaining to Marty how everything's going to work, and the
Yeah.
car runs off and hits, and he goes, "Oh!" And he does that that open mouth gasp when the thing catches on fire. That makes me laugh every single time I've watched that movie. Just his reaction is so perfect.
God.
Could I play the girl card for a moment
Yeah.
and bring up one that's really close to my heart, The Little Mermaid? I know that Disney are in our bad books now, but this is the film that ushered in the Disney animated renaissance,
Yeah.
and I still, to this day, love it. Ariel is still my favorite female Disney character, and it still has a really.
Well, and that was back.
I wonder how
when it was
some.
still good.
I wonder how a little girl with red hair would have Ariel.
Conflict of interest. Oh my!
Damn, my bias is showing.
I love King Triton in that movie.
Yes.
In
Yes.
fact, I ended up taking my email address and stuff from that. I use that for almost everything because he's one of my favorite all-time animated characters. I mean, and he's not really in there a lot, but I loved how they did him. So
I do too, and I love the songs. I thought that, they had some amazing songs in that film. Under the Sea, I love that.
who was can you guys remember who it was? There was a duo that did a lot of those Disney movies, and I can't think of. I mean, they did Beauty and the Beast. It was like Howard Ashman and gosh, I can't remember, but they were like really big into doing Disney music at the time.
Yes, I'd have to look that up. I know the one.
Because like Howard Ashman, like the last one he did, I think, was he worked on Sleeping Beauty, and he died before the film came out, which was kind of sad. But I mean, but he had been a big part of Little Mermaid and quite a few
Kiss
others.
the girl.
Yeah, Kiss the Girl. That was like the theme for every dance I went to that year in high school. Like Under the Sea, that was just everywhere.
Percussion. Wind song.
Words.
I remember finding out years later that the
Yeah.
crazy chef was played by Renee Auberjonois, and that blew my mind.
Yes. We just watched him in The Patriot the other day.
Yeah. I was like, what?
It's
That was
gonna be
Odo.
that. It's gonna be hot in that big silver pot.
God.
So good. I mean, well, and Sleeping Beauty, I know it was in the 70s. Actually, it was in 59. But that's like my all-time favorite animated film.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's outside of what we're talking about, but I mean, I can't talk about animated movies without talking about that one because it was such a game changer.
When she turned into the dragon, that was the shit. Yeah,
Yes.
that was the shit.
Best thing ever. And they totally, like, when they did Maleficent, I was so mad.
Yeah.
When I got out of that movie, I'm like, I hate Disney. I was furious. My kids are like, Dad, are you okay? I'm like, no, they just ruined my childhood.
They just screwed up my childhood. MB Geek, let's talk with the $2 super chat, throws in Land Before Time. Really love that movie. Littlefoot. Who doesn't love Littlefoot? I love the T-Rex in that.
Yeah.
No one can stand up against the T-Rex.
Oh, the sharp tooth, yes.
Job.
Again, that was a. I remember rewatching it recently and remembering how dark that film actually was.
Oh,
Old. Has anybody mentioned the Black Cauldron yet?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
we talked about Black Cauldron.
Lady Miss brings up The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
Yes.
And I hate that one.
Really?
I am
Really?
probably the only person in the world that hates that movie, but I just
Jack-
I can't. And I love his stuff. I love Tim Burton's claymation stuff. I love Corpse Bride. I love all that, but I hate Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't even tell you why. I just don't like it.
How can you not like the
I
Oogie
know.
Boogie?
I know. I'm probably getting all kinds of hate in the chat
hell.
right now, but I'm just like, I'm sorry. I can't. I mean, there's good moments. I especially like the voice of the butler from Batman as like the ancient one or whatever he was, the skeleton that she goes to. But other than that, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Oh, Project Storytime. Cancel speaker for the dead.
I know. I knew it was coming. I almost didn't say anything. So I'm like, ooh.
Soul Assassin Heretic!
It's the pitchforks.
We did a film watch of that here last year.
Yeah, we did.
Uh,
That was our Christmas movie.
oh no. Yeah. I'm in the doghouse.
Chris
Lord, I
Bird,
apologize.
if it wasn't for Loki's watch party, I wouldn't have been able to appreciate Jack Skellington.
Do you guys think it's fair to say that the films we had in the 80s and early 90s were much more adult and, darker in tone for the kids? They
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to do a lot of the films
Well,
now
the
that
thing
they
about
did
it
then.
is the kids don't see that part of it usually. They just all they're looking for is the animation. They don't really care about the content so much.
Hell,
Yeah.
Secret of Nim had blood. You had a rat stab another rat, and you had blood. I was like, damn.
Well,
You
and
guys
you
ever
watch
seen-
Nicodemus get killed
Yeah,
by a whole bunch of wood and debris. It's like, oh well, he's dead.
yeah. You see Nicodemus get killed.
Yeah.
Man, they did not hold back.
Mm-mm. Have you guys ever seen The Brave Little Toaster? That's a dark film.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think of it, but that's got a
Well, if
pretty
you wanna-
intense scene.
Dark stuff back then, some of the anime, Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, the succubuses and yeah. Project Storytime says them spiting words, speaker.
I know. I'm sorry, Josh. I apologize. I really do. I'm not crapping on anybody else. Seriously, if you love that movie, awesome. Everybody's like, it's the best Christmas movie ever. I'm like, are you people insane? But no. But
The boogie oogie.
Yeah.
Oogie boogie. Go 13 loves the Brave Little Toaster. You're talking about dark. Hell, Rockadoodle was dark. They pretty much have the rooster like they Elvised him. They've got him like in seclusion. They own him. Yeah. Fern Gully was pretty dark too, Mags. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
am Betty. Call me Betty.
He's so
And,
funny in that movie.
Yes.
What? You think I put this in to get better reception? No, humans did this. He's got the wires sticking out of his head.
Yes.
How much of that do you think was ad-libbed?
Probably most of it. Like with
Well, anything with Robin Williams is going to be ad-lib.
Yeah.
Aladdin. He did that a lot with Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
And they had
Aladdin.
to bring in a special guy to keep up with him for the animation. I remember watching the making of that movie, and they're just like, they had to get somebody who could do high-speed animation because he was changing voices and doing Jack Nicholson and, you know, all this different stuff that they had a hard time keeping up with. But yeah, I remember I went and saw Aladdin in the theater like 10 times. But I mean, just because I couldn't believe how good it was. What always made me mad was that they changed the song in the opening. Like the original version of that song is kind of dark. It talks about where they cut off your nose if they don't like your face, and like that was one of the original lines. And now if you go back and listen, they've changed that. They've taken that out of there. Then they changed it to like where the heat is immense and intense or something like that. And I'm just like, no, it was funnier before.
Project Storytime says Don Bluth was the only one that had the stones to challenge Disney at their own animation game and beat them for a while until he started making crap.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And Arwen Avalon says, I know this is way out of the decade, but I'm giving Ichabod Crane an honorable mention, best short film ever. I remember that because it was like, it was almost like they had some animation, but it was a lot of stills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yes, really good short film. I think I had that recorded from Showtime back in the day on VHS.
Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
That's it. Yeah, I had that on VHS, but it was I think it came with another film. I think it was Toad of Toad Hall. So it was like a double. They came on the same VHS.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool.
The Rescuers. Holy shit. Go 13. God. And Mags. Yeah, Mags, the Rescuers Down Under.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, both those were excellent. In fact, my kids were just watching them last week when I was off. And I'm like, you guys picked these? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I love my children. I've taught them
good
well.
taste.
Yes.
Larry says Sleeping Beauty 1959 had animation cells the size of bed sheets for 70 millimeter widescreen.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were so detailed. The guy that did the animation for that, I mean, he was like a Renaissance guy. He studied all the great masters from the Renaissance, and they brought him in, and everything was so stylized for that film. It has a look that's all of its own. And it's one of the reasons I love it.
I know it's not. I know it's not a movie. It kind of is a movie, but it's kind of not a movie, and that is the Dragon's Lair.
Well, it's animated.
And Don Bluth did that too.
Yes.
What was that one? The other one that was like that, space based.
Space, yes, Space Ace.
Space Ace, yes.
Do you guys remember Orin, the Legend of? Now I've got the title mixed up in my head. It's like Star Chaser, the Legend of Orin. It's kind of almost a Star Wars-ish kind of knockoff. It was so good though. In fact, I think the screenplay was helped written by Timothy Zahn, or one of his contemporaries. But it's basically about where they go in to try and fight robots that are trying to take over the galaxy, and they've been doing it for centuries. But yeah, sorry. Apparently, I'm the only one that ever watched that one.
That one's not ringing a bell. I'm gonna have to look that one up now because that actually sounds really cool.
It's actually it was one of the first animated movies I saw that had swearing in it, and I'm like, wow. He's saying damn and shit and hell. I'm so pardon me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that on this.
If that's all you're saying,
potty mouth.
Believe me, there's been things far worse been said on this show.
Yes.
Lady Mist brings up all dogs go to heaven.
Oh, yep, old Bert.
Yep.
Yes, that was a good film. And again, another dark film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is if you really get down to it, the really good ones usually have a dark theme to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's sometimes the best way to teach kids about the darker aspects of life, like death and, heaven and I mean, all that kind of stuff, because it opens up those conversations for a parent with their kids.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. If we're going to go a little bit more adult animated, what about Akira?
Yes, God,
Mhm.
yes.
I remember being absolutely blown away the first time I saw that film. The detail that they put into the animation was just staggering.
That wasn't the first. I think the first. What was it? Ninja Scroll was the first Japanese animated film I saw.
Nice.
But Akira wasn't shortly after that.
I loved when that popped up in Ready Player One.
Yes.
The bike from that. I was just like, oh yeah. That had so many memory berries for me. From the music to the characters. I mean, Iron Giant pops up in that.
Anal Nathrak Uthras Bethad. I had a friend call me up, dude, he's saying the Merlin shit from Excalibur. I'm like, yeah. Anal Nathrak Uthras Bethad. Othiel Yenbe. That's the chant. I'm like, yeah. I'm surprised you remember that shit. We were like 15 when we saw that. Larry with the $2 super chat says Tron 1982 has computer animation. Indeed, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Which was way out there then. Yeah.
You were talking about Christopher Lloyd. Did you ever see the Anastasia film from '97? I think it had Meg Ryan in as well, but Lloyd plays Rasputin, and he's clearly having a hell of a time playing this character.
Yes.
It's not the greatest of movies, but he really, really sells that role, so I enjoyed it.
You can tell he's having fun. When he's doing vocal work, he really gets into it.
Project Storytime says Loki outside the decade, but 101 Dalmatians is great. I really want to see a sympathetic backstory to Cruella de Vil.
Hey, you're in luck, John. Just in time. Oh, it's like Disney was reading your mind.
And Larry with another $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Larry. And he says Ghost in the Shell, 1995. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mags brings up Love Iron Giant, Mr. Robot Week on Cartoon Network. God, Cartoon Network used to be so great. Pat Labor, the movie, Lady Mist.
Mm-hmm.
Anastasia, Mags loves Anastasia.
She even agreed with me on the whole Nightmare Before Christmas thing. She was like the only one that was like, quietly, she was like, I think I'm with you, speaker.
I agree with you, speaker. Yeah.
Thanks,
Go-Go said he hadn't even seen it.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, yeah.
God, that was a weird one.
Yeah.
What about An American Tail? Another Don Bluth film.
God.
Yeah.
Give him the lace. Yeah.
That was the Western one, wasn't
Yes.
it?
I
thought that was better than the original.
So did I.
Yeah, I like that one.
You know, where it outshined, but I love Dom DeLuise as the cat.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he was hilarious in those films. Just like,
He was-
be nice, everybody. Be nice.
He was he was the crow in
Secret of Nim.
Secret of Nim too. Anything Dom DeLuise is in, you're like, oh, listen to him. He's having such a good time doing this. Mrs. S, Mrs. S.
You've got a sparkly.
Yeah, sparkly. Can I borrow your sparkly? There's a girl I like. Oh God.
Mrs. B.
Yeah, it was Mrs. B. Yes, Mrs. B. Mrs. B.
Oh, I've got to go watch this film again now.
He's all tied up in the string, making his love nest, making a love nest. Oh God, yeah, Dom DeLuise and anything is just it's gold.
It really is. What about, we mentioned the Transformers movie? What about the G.I. Joe movie? Because a lot of people didn't like that one.
Cobra, la 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 la. Oh my God, no. We all came from a land of giant alien snake people. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
No, you went a little too far. Cobra Commander is a giant snake, dude. Great. They should have just left it with Serpentor and Cobra Commander instead of making Cobra Law. All that shit. We're aliens.
But at least Duke survived.
You never see Duke again. It's because they were going to kill him, and they had so much backlash from Transformers killing Optimus that they threw in that little line, hey, everybody, Duke's out of a coma. He's going to be okay. Yay! Whenever we're going to see him again, because we originally decided to kill him off.
Off camera.
God. But we changed our mind, so we threw out that little message at the end. Yay, he's going to be okay. Doc says he's going to be A-okay.
Huh.
Do you guys remember the Dr. Seuss cartoons from that era?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I love those. I mean,
Green eggs and ham. Green eggs and ham.
Poponiful Pock. Do you guys remember that, where he flies around on a piano?
No.
Oh, that was one of my favorites. Yes.
I think the one I've only ever seen is The Grinch.
Yeah, and that's a
Animated film.
classic.
Yeah. But you guys have all the Charlie Brown films as well, don't you? The Peanuts.
Dun 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 dun
Yes.
dun 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 dun.
Those were mostly from back in the 60s and 70s. though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Snoopy. Dun 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 dun.
Fred Flintstone.
The Baron, when he goes up and fights the Baron on his doghouse, that is like my favorite Snoopy thing of all time. Snoopy, hang on.
Curse you, Red
I
Baron.
like Woodstock, how he's always just making weird little noises, but Snoopy seems to get it.
Yes.
Like the teacher, I use that reference for like everything.
Wow,
When somebody's talking,
wow, wow, wow.
when
wow,
somebody's being
wow,
boring,
wow,
I just think
wow.
of that voice.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dave Bob knows what I'm talking about. It's just...
It's because no one gave a shit what the teacher had to say.
Well, it was adults in general.
Yeah. I actually had a Peanuts shirt on last week, and my daughter was like, who are they? And I'm just like,
Oh my God.
Oh,
no.
you need to get those. You need to rent those or buy them or whatever.
because I had to sit there and go, well, this is Schrodinger, and this is Snoopy, and Woodstock, and Charlie Brown, and Pigpen,
Pigpen.
you know? It's like,
I used
she's
to
like,
love
"Oh."
Pigpen.
yeah. The little redheaded girl, I can't remember what her name was, but like she always hated Pigpen for being around Pigpen. And Lucy pulling the football.
Yes, God, Lucy and that damn football. No, Charlie Brown, I'm not going to pull it out from you. Why would I do that? We need to make the point. It's the big game. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Oh, you dumb bastard.
That and her psychiatrist booth, 5 cents.
Yes.
5 cents.
Nickels, Nickels, Nickels. The sound of glorious Nickels. Oh, yeah. Gosh dang. Oh, here's one I almost forgot. Sword in the Stone.
Oh, dude,
love
Merlin.
that Disney. I love when he fights Madam Mim. In that, it's so funny, that fight.
God, that's one I haven't thought about in years. I completely forgot about that film.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Bermuda.
That's my mom's favorite Disney animated film. That's why I always think of that one. But yeah, I love that one as well. The big brother in that, I can't think of his name, but he reminds me of my older brother, just big, dumb, and obnoxious. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I grew up with somebody just like that.
Who was your favorite Peanuts character? Mine's Snoopy, obviously. I loved Snoopy. I thought Snoopy was the best.
I had to say Snoopy was always my favorite, strictly because of the Red Baron, when he was fighting him in his doghouse.
I would probably have to say Snoopy too, but only because it was never as big over here as it is in the US. So, we never really had the animated series or the film shown.
I think I liked Schrodinger just because he
Yeah.
played the piano. And I was always jealous of people that could play the piano. But he always played the same song, no matter what was going on. That one that you were just...
Yes. God. Zaggerot 315 Thunder, Thundercats. Oh, truth, justice, honor, and loyalty.
I love Thundercats.
You guys remember the Garfield short animated movies that they did?
The volcano one with the guy in the fucking 57 Chevy.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes. Dude,
I love those.
if I'm not back in 5 minutes, send a apple pie or some shit after me.
Yeah, they did a bunch of holiday specials. We watch those every year. The Halloween one, the Thanksgiving one, and the Christmas one. But yeah, I loved Garfield during that era. He was so funny, and those animations were just awesome. So
I used to love the old Charlie Brown holiday specials.
yes.
Linus out there in the daggum pumpkin patch waiting for the great pumpkin.
The great pumpkin. I wasted the whole night sitting in a pumpkin patch with you when I could have been getting candy.
Yes.
And Mags with a $5 super chat. Does anyone remember the Page Master? Yes,
Oh, yes.
We brought that up earlier. Mags. Yes, with Macaulay Culkin. Yes. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat, Mags. Thank you all so very much for your super chats this morning. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Skål!
Go!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Still funny.
I say, boy.
I was hoping for the Dune one.
Long live the fighters.
Ah, yes.
Well,
dollar bill is the original one.
Here you go, speaker.
Long live the fighters!
Yes.
I got two versions of that. I got that one and the skull one.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember how big Beavis and Butthead was in the 90s? And then we had Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Do America with Cher. Yes.
What?
Keep
Why
you
did they do that? Do you guys remember what year that came out in? I can't.
It was late. Was it 96? I think.
Yeah, it had. I know it was in the 90s. I just couldn't remember about when it happened. Isn't that when they get on the bus and there's all the nuns and they're like, "Hey, dude, we're on a bunch of chicks."
Yes, we're on a bunch of we're on a bunch of
nuns. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
I am Cornholio. I need TP for my Bible.
Yeah.
Give me some more coffee.
I have probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 DVDs with just nothing but Beavis and Butthead.
Always in my shed, whacking it.
Dave Bob, I never would have picked you as a.
That's a guilty pleasure. He goes out in the shed and is like, all right.
I should probably rephrase that. Dave Bob, I've never pinned you as a Beavis and Butthead fan.
Damn it, Beavis. Arwen Avalon, Beavis and Butthead. I can't do it. I need too many real Beavises and Buttheads in college. Yes.
Didn't we all? Didn't we all?
Anderson sounds like Hank Hill. He's in that movie too. Him and his wife are in that movie. The prototype for Hank Hill, yes.
Did you guys like The Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yes.
I like that movie, and it gets dark at some points in that movie. That's another Disney film that went a little dark in points.
Mm-hmm.
But
I love that film.
The like when he's singing at the fire and stuff, I cannot think of that guy's name, but
Tony
I like
Jay.
that. Yes, he did the voice work in some of the Soul Reaver.
Yes.
Yes.
In some of the Soul Reaver games, and then when he was in that, I'm just like, this is the best thing ever.
Raziel, you are worthy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Loki and Speaker are the only 2 other people that love Legacy of Kain and remember it as much as
God,
I
I
do.
love it.
Oh yeah,
love
those are fantastic, and I can't play them anymore because like they won't work.
I will Speaker email me and I will send them to you, and you can play them on your computer.
Oh yes, because
I will send them to you. I've got them all on PC, so just send me your email, pop your email in private chat, and I will send them to you after the show.
okay, yeah, that'd be awesome. Because I've tried it and like there's something goes wrong. I bought them on Steam and everything, but the controls are all screwed up.
Yep.
I'm like, damn it.
Yep, this will let you play. I've even got the Sega Saturn version, which is just as good as the PC version. It's the same quality as the PC version, and it'll let you play it with the controller.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
That's the only way I can play them anymore is like that. I've got like the Steam ones like you've got. I've even got them on GOG because I thought, well, if I get them on GOG, I'll be able to use my controller. Nope, same problem.
Yeah, because I always played them on PC. That's how I did it. And like, but somewhere, after like Windows 98, something went wrong, and they changed their system enough that like the controls don't match up anymore.
Nope.
So, sorry, off on game talk, but yeah, no, those are some of my favorite games, and it just burns me up. I can't play them anymore. So. Well,
All right,
I really got us off topic there. I apologize.
Well, it's the end of the show. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby. I love
That boy ain't right.
If anybody ever wondered, I love this. And Speaker, I know you probably love this. If anybody ever wondered, Boomhauer was the one that talked all screwed up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why Boomhauer talked the way he talked was because he was a truck driver. I don't know if you ever got that. There's an episode where they have to back that big rig down the mountain, and Boomhauer's talking the whole time. And you're like, oh my God, he's right down there in the mountain, down there. And you're like, holy shit. If you've ever listened to truck drivers talk on a CB, Black Bear down there on your donkey over, you'll understand that Boomhauer was a truck driver. That's why he talked all fucked up like that.
That's funny, because I was just saying on a video the other day, I'm like, you know what? You can be from New York, get in a truck, and you'll sound like you're from Alabama. It's just instantaneous. You cannot help but talk with a Southern accent on a radio.
I need to try that now.
Yeah, it's really funny. But like I'll go by some guys and I'll look over and I'm just like, that kid's got one of them flat brimmed hats. He's a millennial. There's no way he should be talking like that on a radio and stuff. But it's like, but yep, they are, because it's like it's something electronic in the radio. Everything comes out like Dave Bob.
Yep.
No.
So is he talking in code, Loki, or is it? Because I was he was talking in gibberish.
I know I sound like a redneck.
So if you hear like this, right down there, Black Bear on your donkey over, what that means is that behind you there is a state trooper. So all of that translated to there is a state trooper behind you. Right down there, Black Bear on your donkey over, Black Bear, state trooper on your donkey, on your ass.
Yep.
Right back there means behind you.
Or yardstick. If somebody ever's talking about like up at the yardstick 127, that means the mile marker.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole different language that guys talk on the radio, and it's once you learn how to translate it, it's okay. But I mean, before that, you're just like, I don't know what the hell anybody's saying.
What the hell are they talking about? This isn't English. Yes, it is. It's just code.
Just watch Eastbound and Down.
Yeah, Smokey and the Bandit. Go watch that or Convoy, and you'll understand exactly what's going on.
Yes. Oh my God! How did we get off on this? Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on this Friday, talking about the linguistics of truck drivers.
I apologize, everybody. That's my fault.
No, God. We will be back next week for the linguistics of horned owls. I'm just kidding. God, them Smokies was thick as bugs on the bumper. They even had the bear in there. Yes. God, Colin P. Smith. Now I want some Coors.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh, God. Thank you, guys.
Have you guys ever seen, speaking of owls, have you ever seen that Truths About the Owls video?
No.
They're like,
There's no way that boy came from my loins. I'm going to go home and slap your mom.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. Loki's trying to end the show, and we're just like, we're just going and going.
And going, and going, and going. It's the Energizer Bunny, ladies and gentlemen. He keeps going and going and going. Oh my God. Oh, but thank you. Thank you, panel. Thank you so very much, Purple Speaker, Dave Bob. Thank you guys so very much. Arwin got it. Derailed, laughing my ass off. Never worry about getting derailed. If it gets derailed, it gets derailed. I know some people that are really dicks. Here's a bullet list and bullet points of what you're going to do on my show.
Better not have me on that show.
Do not deviate. Do not deviate from the bullet points. God, Daryl the Derelict, awesome fucking show. Thank you, Daryl. Oh my God. We will be back, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back tomorrow for a special. Mm-hmm. We are going to be talking with Bowles Trek. I cannot wait to get a chance to interview him and talk to him tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute effing blast. God, what time were we doing that? 4?
5, I believe.
5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Can't wait. Do not miss out. Do you guys have anything coming up? I know you've got something coming up, Purple.
Yes, indeed. I sat through the Black Widow movie this morning, so I'm going to be giving you guys a not too heavy spoiler review, because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to give my take on the Wham Power movie.
Should I go see it? Do I save my money? I'll still watch your show, I promise, but I'm like...
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link, speaker. I'll send you a link. You don't have to.
I watched Loki's show on it the other day, so I'm just like, nope. But yeah, sorry. Keep talking. God, I can't stop myself.
It's a talk show.
Well, I am a trucker, and that's what we do.
Pat S. asks, is alligator Loki in?
I wish.
Purple
what
took
about
the
old
bullet
guy
for us.
Loki? We need
old guy Loki. And a Loki of color for the representation.
Yeah.
God, help
Can we
us.
get Mexican Iron Man to be the Latino Loki? I mean, because they gotta have one. Right?
Yeah, they gotta have one. And we'll get Kid Loki. We'll get somebody to play Kid Loki. We use a midget.
It's gonna be good.
I think we've already just written a better show than the one that we got.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, take it easy. Take care. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye. Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.